What do you call a Muslim with a pack of biscuits? Custard Kareem.
And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes, you cute cucks. Welcome back to another cock and ball torture themed episode of Radio Rufus. We are back here on the battlefield of content. We fight the war of attention, the good fight, the great fight. Men used to go to war. We do it now over the internet. We fight, we spill blood, sweat, and tears in the HQ where we plan our operations, tactically attempting to secure the largest guess to give us the most internet clout in this never-ending fight of universal freedom. I am Rufus from Radio Rufus, General Rice, of course, and as always, I am joined by my lieutenant and blowjob specialist, Aidan Rafferty. Say hello to the people, Aidan.
Hello.
That's right. It's a wartime slopperation here in the bunker, and it gives me great pleasure to also introduce our guest for today. It's the man of steel, the weapon of ass destruction, the flesh missile himself, heads down, stand-up comic, Elliot Steele. Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, I got me fucking hyped. I'm so ready to step on a landmine now.
That's what I would like, an army of stand-ups to step on landmines. It's like the reverse Princess Diana. I send them out. They hit all the landmines, and then I walk down there and go, look, it's absolutely fine, everyone. I've solved war.
You can keep the Donbass region. We don't need... Yeah.
I have to say, Elliot, because we do research for our guests beforehand, you're a hard man to find any info about.
That's why I like it.
This was the most difficult. It was like a clandestine operation. I had to drop behind enemy lines and try to find any info about you at all. You have the worst Wikipedia article, I would say, of any guest ever. It's so short. There's no info.
Is there not?
No, and obviously, like, I've watched your stand up and everything, but that's not really any information about you. It's just some kind of jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, the only thing I could find is that you host a Steel show and your own show, Elliot and Jamali's Drive Time show. That's basically all it is. This is a terrible introductory segment.
No, this is perfect. This is exactly how I
did just want to throw you one question, which I've been thinking about for a while. How was Amsterdam?
You motherfucker.
So before the show, he started telling us this story about Amsterdam, and I was like, no, save it for the pod. And he goes, no, but it's kind of bad though. And I said, well, everything's fine on this show. I thought I'd throw you a curveball.
So I was literally over there last weekend doing shows, and it was very like PG. It was like, it really was just walking around Brits abroad, like looking at Brit. You know, when you have that thing where you watch British people abroad and you go, I'm glad I'm not that Brit.
But you kind of are.
But the time before, I was away with some pals, and a girl I was going out with at the time, like I was going on stage, and I was very much like, I don't cheat or anything, so I was like, I'm not, don't worry. And she was like, well, have you ever like got a sex worker? And I was like, well, no. And she was like, well, you should experience it. Like you should like do it.
Sorry, is this your girlfriend?
Yeah. She's like, you should do it. And I was like, I don't like know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But like, okay, cool. And it felt like she was trying to pass off guilt.
That seems like one of them tests.
100%.
And you fucking failed it under no pressure.
So I'm over there, and so everyone else, it was very much a like smoke weed, do pills holiday. Like it was like, that was kind of the
Center Parks last year.
Yeah. We went to Center Parks and we just did loads of Xanax.
Oh, really? That's fucking great.
I mean, we didn't, but I would never go to Center Parks.
And I'm telling one of my friends, like, oh yeah, my girlfriend gave me a parcel this weekend, and he's married and stuff. He's like, oh, dude, you got to. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm not gonna do it. Like, I don't really care about it. And he's like, he gives me €100, and he's like, please, man, just come back with a story.
The enablers.
Yeah. So I was like, I put it down. I know there's gonna be people listening. I put it down to like, you should experience. Like, okay, this is an experience. Fucking go for it. Whatever gets the guilt off my shoulders.
Yeah.
So I go down.
The only man that feels guilty for not shagging another woman.
And I'm like, I'm in my head, like as I'm walking down, I'm like, do I ever tell my like girlfriend about this? Do I, she's giving me the pass to do it. So I go in, And I chat to. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, by the way. Like, so I just kind of walk.
That's true. I wouldn't know what to say.
So like, because they it's that thing where they act interested in you, but in my head I'm like,
Yeah.
of course you do. This is a transactional operation.
I didn't know she was trans.
well, wait till I finish the story.
Yeah,
No. That was very nice. And so I go in there, and this woman just spots me a mile off, like nervous little fucking doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm going to take him for everything he has. And I walk in, and she's Spanish, and we go in the room, and I just like give her the €100.
Oh, that's pure negotiating there.
Yeah.
I'd be asking if she had any deals going.
Man, yeah.
Do you have like a coupon?
Yeah. I've grouped on I've grouped on brassing.
See if he accepts nectar points.
I would consider shopping at Sainsbury's if they did that.
And so she kind of like sees what I am, and she sort of sits me down. She like takes my trousers off. Now I've been enjoying my weekend, like as in like I'm nervous. It's cold. I've been on pills.
Yeah, pilled up.
Nothing is happening. And she's like looking at me, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, it's €100 to come in, like for everything else." It's like
Wow,
$5.
it just happens to be the exact amount of money you have.
Incredible! I was
Yeah.
so lucky. So I'm there, like, well, nothing's gonna happen. And then she's like looking at like the no bulge in my pants, and then she went, "Why are you being so small?"
Aiden, have you ever invested in a baseball team only to realize they don't show that sport anywhere on UK TV, so you can't even watch them play?
No, but I did once adopt a snow leopard, but it was the middle of July, so I had to send him home.
Nobody wants a snow leopard with a sunburn. Well, I bought some shares recently in an American baseball team, but the only way I can watch them play is on American TV.
At least you're finally going to get to first base.
That's right. To fill my void of eternal loneliness, I use Proton VPN to connect myself to American servers so I can watch my new favorite team lose 100 games a season and see the value of my shares plummet in real time.
Using Proton VPN, you can watch without disturbance thanks to its integrated ad blocker, meaning that you don't have to fight off pop-up ads like your life depends on it.
That's right. Proton VPN is designed for users who value security and privacy. It's completely open source, which means even your digitally illiterate granny could read the code for herself. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home barista or the Secretary General of the UN. Your privacy needs are met.
You can also change your virtual location to access content blocked in your area. So whether you're in Timbuktu or Timbuktu, you can watch whatever you want securely and without restrictions.
My parents just bought a house in Timbuktu. It's class.
Proton VPN eliminates the risk of using public Wi-Fi, allowing you to encrypt your connection in cafes and public places, adding an extra layer of security.
You can visit protonvpn.com/Radio Rufus or click the link in the description or pinned comment for 70% off a 2-year deal. That's protonvpn.com/Radio Rufus. 70% off. What a steal. Join the movement today. Now, back to the episode.
And I was like, I know we've got 20 minutes, but you can have a tea break now. I think this is done. Like, I'm not. This is some weird dominatrix thing that I'm not into.
Yeah.
That would just be told I have a small dick by a woman whose job is seeing dicks, and like because I can't get hard or anything. So I like walk out, go back to where my friends are. Obviously, back quite quickly. So they're all like, "Oh, what happened?"
Yeah.
And I tell that story, and one of them went, "Man, just in future reference, just lie and take that to your grave."
Yeah.
And then I got...
Definitely don't say it on a podcast.
No, yeah. Don't do that on the first 5 minutes of people tuning in.
And we're turning it straight into a clip.
Of course you are.
It sounds like all your dates where you spend like £100 did not get a shag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've related a lot to this story. Yeah.
So I get back, and my girlfriend at the time's like, "So, did anything happen?" And I'm like, "I can't tell you this fucking story." Like that. Yeah, no,
You might break up with me.
Yeah.
I didn't shag the prosy.
Yeah, I not only didn't do it, but then the Rosie was like, "What the fuck?" And then so I was like, "Nah, because we've just got something special." And and then she'll listen to this and find out that's what happened.
Yeah.
It has the same vibes to me as a situation I was once in when I was about to have sex with this girl, and so I was getting condoms out, and she goes, "No, don't wear a condom." I was like, because you said that, I'm definitely going to wear one.
Yeah. Stick fucking 3 on.
I can't believe what side of this discussion I'm on.
Sorry to be woke.
I think so you're not woke enough for me, I think. I think the same thing with your girlfriend, where I can't believe she's convincing me to shag the prostitute.
Yeah, she was just like, I don't know still to this day if it was a thing of like her maybe going, if he does something, because I think there is a thing where people like go out to Amsterdam and obviously they do, but there's a lot more that Amsterdam has to offer. I've never seen it, but there is this sort of like idea that like it's guys go out there and do that. I actually think guys are like, when it comes to sex work and stuff, there is this like weird thing online now because of like Danny Boy and things like that, where I think the world of it has been made like so much more seedy because like there's so much of a like exploitative side of it as well, which then just becomes like, like when I see some people's content on it, I'm like, oh, thank fuck, that's not my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I would never consider Amsterdam a shagging destination because you're looking at me like that's an insane take.
I mean, it's the red light district is all about
famous. It's like, I never consider Amsterdam a boat trip on a canal destination.
Yeah.
It's famously that.
No. This is what I'm trying to say is I'm not the sort of person who
You're just there for the windmills.
Yeah, I'm there for the tulips, mate.
Was that her name?
I'm not the sort of person who would ever be interested in securing the services of a prostitute.
Yeah. Right.
So that's not an activity I'm interested in. So that's out the way.
Sex worker, by the way. You got to say sex worker.
Sure.
No, pardon.
Yeah.
That's
a bit too woke for me. So that's out the way, which means if you want to share, you got to crack onto the locals. But all the girls there are taller than me. So it's like you go to a bar, and if people are dancing on the dance floor, right? It's like I'm going up for a corner. You know what I mean? It's like it's surrounded by centre backs.
Mark and Gabrielle.
Literally.
That's where Arteta got that low block from.
You need to get fucking Nicholas Jover to start directing your nights out.
Literally, it feels like it's like last minute. We can't let one in now, lads. So I'm shocked, but I've got a 6'5" centre forward towering over me, and I'm just like, this is going in.
Have you been over there a fair bit?
Yeah, well, I have friends there because if you go to posh international school, basically your friends end up going to top universities around the world. So a lot of them went to UVA in Amsterdam. So I've been over to see friends. I have friends living there, but never for like a shagging holiday.
Yeah,
like a lads.
You did see the sex shows though, didn't you?
I've seen the shows, but I think that's different.
Yeah, I've never been to a sex show. I'd find it too awkward. Like I find all it like I'm a weird or like your thing of like going on a shagging holiday and going out and talk to girls. I can't do that because I'm just like, I'm going to go over.
Clearly, we saw your performance with the prostitute. Absolute ropes, and she wanted to have sex.
But I'm like a fucking nerdy individual. Like, and not in a way of like, I'm just also like, I think there is a thing of like, I'm just like, when I'm in a bar, I'm getting drunk. I'm there to like drink and like talk shit with
that's
my
not your
friends.
goal.
It's not my goal. Whereas you, how old are you, Rufus?
23.
Fucking hell, right? Okay.
I know. Let's not go down this road.
I know. I'm sure it could go.
Every single guest we have ever had
Christ,
on.
man.
Yeah, man. It's a rough 23. I know.
Yeah, no, but you carry it well.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
You've got like a really good like sort of like.
You have the maturity of someone twice your age.
Yeah. You've got like
a reverse groom.
But when I like never did like any of that like Magaluf or anything like that because I was doing comedy at like 16.
Yeah.
So I never went and also I wasn't in the friendship group at school that was going to that.
Yeah.
Ours was more like we're gonna like sit around and play
Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, I do play Dungeons and Dragons, yeah. But we're gonna sit around and play like fucking FIFA till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
that sounds much better.
Oh, dude, it was pretty sick. We still do it.
Yeah. I got a call from a girl the other day. She got hit by a missile. You know about this?
I did see on your stories. Yeah.
Yeah. But to give some context in, because what I do want to pick your brains on. You seem like a tactical mastermind. You're a strategy guy. Dungeons and Dragons is a strategy game,
true.
right?
Warhammer's a bit more strategy, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely know about that.
You have to paint them fuckers, don't you?
Oh yeah.
I'm tuned into this culture slightly more.
Yeah, right.
I had to learn about it to bully people like this.
Do you know what this is like? This is like being on a lad's holiday, but you've been brought as like a mate of someone else and been left at the bar with two guys who are like,
The mutual friend is in the toilet.
yeah. And you've gone like, so we're gonna go like chat some like muff up and that, and we're like,
Chat some muff up.
we were gonna sit by the pool and list our favourite like Serbian footballers. Actually,
Yeah, I've been getting into Necron, that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is what happened though. Is so she's out in Dubai, crypto coin. She's owned real estate in Dubai, which is unique because most posh people don't do that. This is
That is true, to be fair.
It's a weird one. She's
Yeah.
steps her out, and I was like, "You don't want to live in Dubai?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm making loads of money though from the sheikhs or whatever." And I was like, "Are you getting shit on?" And she was like, "No." And that's sort of the conversation. Then she rings me up and she goes, "Oh shit." I was golfing, and then this missile just landed. And then she shows me the picture of this like smokestack going up.
Yeah.
And I looked on the BBC News, and there's like a US airbase down the road from the golf course.
oh fuck.
And so the Iranians had decided they hit all Israeli and US targets
Yeah.
in the Middle East, no matter what country it was in, which is why Qatar also got hit. Israel obviously got hit. Cyprus got hit, that UK base in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, a bit peak, you know. I was like, you shouldn't be calling me. You should be calling your family, I think.
Yeah. It's so much like, yeah, babe, what do you want me? What do you want me to do about this?
She was like, my family are ringing me. They want to know if I'm alive. And I was like, you should hang up.
Yeah, that's the most like girlfriend calling. Like, what should I do? And you're like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the Ayatollah.
Yeah. Do you want a hug or do you want advice?
Did you see the footage? It was one of the pubs. It was like a lot of British tourists standing outside it. And they're saying like, what the fuck do we do? But then we're like, well, the tunes are still playing.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was commenting on it. Like, I did think about like it's so British that like a missile lands, and we act like it's like, is that the bell for last orders?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Right? Do I have to go queue at the bar if there's no more drink serving?
And order 8 double vodkas.
Fucking what a
Well,
ridiculous nation.
if it's not a direct hit on the pubs should be open. That should be the rule.
That's like such blitz spirit. Like
Yeah.
we kept the pubs open, all that. I know my neighbour's like blown across the street,
Yeah.
but I want an ale.
Yeah.
I saw a funny clip straight out of Benidorm the other day with all the retirees there. Obviously, they don't have any missiles to deal with, but they were all sitting in the pub in Benidorm watching the Cheltenham horse racing, but they'd all dressed up like they're going to go to it.
Right.
It's like, how badly do you want to be in Britain, but you don't?
Benidorm, have you been to Benidorm?
No.
Okay, right. Yeah, no, I don't know why I asked that question. Like, there was.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Have you not been?
No, what's Benidorm like?
It's the worst place on earth.
It can't be worse than like Iran.
I don't know. Give it a run
It's
for
close,
its money.
yeah,
Like, it,
Better food in Iran.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. Well, it's just egg and it's just Britain on the sea, but it's like it's all the kind of people in Britain who moan that people are making a place like they come over here, they make like it's from there, and then they go to Benidorm
And do it
then
there.
oh, I want a sausage roll, like, and that's like,
Yeah.
and then you go there and they have like these weird parades. They have like the orange wall. They do like the orange march and stuff out in Benidorm.
You'd be all over that.
What's the orange mark? Are we talking about Just a Boyle?
No,
They're like the fucking 12th of July prawn parades.
What's the orange march?
I mean, you're probably better suited.
Yeah. Do you know like fucking 12th of July in like Belfast and stuff where they'll have the marches through all the, through fucking Catholic areas now as well, just to celebrate being
being a dirty prop.
yeah, literally.
basically.
So that's what it is.
They do that in like Benidorm, but there was one they did where like guys brought like inflatable dinghies and dressed up as Hamas.
Yeah.
And then started like going on the march, and everyone goes, "Oh, that's what it's all about, innit?" And you're like, you know, when you see British people and go, "Oh yeah, like there's a reason we're still hated, like abroad, is because that's like, because I kind of have a measure. I imagine if you went to Spain, you'd go to like the Basque country, you'd know it.
I love the Basque Country.
Right, you'd learn a little bit Spanish. You'd know,
See.
yeah. There we go. you'd give Duolingo a go on the way.
Mate,
over
Dos
there.
Hilarios, por favor, we're straight in there. Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, so there is like a kind of British person that does that, but then there's also like, you're like, and you sort of go to this place, you go, well, why are we like so hated? And then you go to some places and you're like, Oh,
Yeah, starting that
we're
up.
still doing.
Yeah.
We're still acting like colonial because I feel like anyone who's like really posh goes to someone and goes like, "Fuck, don't act colonial." Like my family was
Yeah.
involved in it somehow. Like there's statues of me being
Yes,
toppled down.
and yes.
Yeah. Whereas like I feel like there's another set of British people who go over there and go, "We can fucking act colonial. Like we can do it."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's why. That's why people.
But I think
despise us.
everybody gets one, right? So my family, we used our colonial. We played the colonial card
Early days.
hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't think you get it back. Like,
No.
you can't, can't
Yeah.
skip a turn.
You've maxed out the colonialism
Yeah.
card.
yeah.
You need that like card from Yu-Gi-Oh that gives you one from the graveyard. That's the nerdiest reference to this podcast that's ever happened.
Were you a mate of his at school?
Very much could have been.
Whereas I think those guys, the class of people who do that were not colonizing India in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So I think they're using it up
No,
now.
they were colonizing it. They just weren't getting any of the
benefits.
The benefits. They were just over there, like like they just wanted. They just.
Well, they were probably doing war and stuff, and
Yeah.
like having their foot blown off by an
Yeah.
Indian landmine.
See at the
what, in
12th,
the 1800s.
Yeah,
Man, the Indians were really advanced in that war.
yeah.
at the 12th of July, like parades and stuff every year, they'll have bonfires and burn like effigies of Irish politicians, Irish flags, things like that.
Sounds class.
Yeah, you've been all over it. But and one of the biggest ones, they put like this rubber dinghy on it,
So fucked,
and
man.
like 10 mannequins with life jackets on, basically like a stop the boat sign. I remember being like, imagine being offended at a group of lads dressed in orange illegally coming to your country and trying to take over.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the irony there, the hypocrisy for you of all people that you're fucking annoyed about this.
But I think that's what being British is. It's a deep level of hypocritical, like especially English. Like
Yeah.
English is a level of hypocrisy.
I hate when Americans go on holiday, but I love it when I do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're
But that's the thing. Whenever you hear like an American on a holiday, you're thinking, fuck's sake. But that's the exact same way everyone else in the world feels about both places.
Yeah, we're the Americans of Europe.
100%, 100%. We have that. We just have this. It's like when everyone was putting flags up and down the country, like just to like reclaim the high street with a Ladbrokes on it.
Yeah.
Like, this is ours.
Yeah.
We own this rundown Summerfield.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't agree with that. But then I'm like, but when the World Cup comes,
Oh, fucking
I'm
sure.
wearing the English. Like I'm
yeah.
wearing it.
But there's also people that are like, I can't believe them lads are wearing the English jersey. It doesn't all mean that you're a fucking racist. Do you know what I mean? Like you can support your country without.
If I win a gold medal, I'm getting the flag out.
Yeah.
If it's not racist if it's the Olympics.
There's people that use it as that and use it, and they'll go down the high street as you were saying and plant the flags and stuff like that. But if your fucking uncle's watching them play Montenegro in a qualifier, I don't think it means he's a massive racist just because he's wearing the top.
It is a nice sort of 2 week period once every 2 years as like an
Yeah.
England fan. You get to be like, oh, I finally can get the flag out. It's like the Christmas tree. Like, I better go get it out the loft.
Yeah.
I've got 2 weeks of being able to be proud to be English. And when someone misses that penalty, it's fucking over.
yeah.
It's going back.
It's on site.
Yeah, I mean the flag's still out. But do you see what happened in Bahrain? It's my favourite bit of the war action.
Some segue there.
over the last
I've
couple of
not
weeks.
seen what's happening in Bahrain.
9/11/2, the sequel.
No,
Judgment Day.
So they
Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift. 9/11
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift.
9/11 Tokyo
Two
Drift.
9/11 Too Furious.
Yeah. So an Iranian drone. There's a block of flats in Bahrain, and an unmanned drone actually 9/11'd it
Fucking hell.
straight through the middle.
Doesn't have the same prestige though.
Oh.
No. But the sequel is always going to be a letdown because it doesn't have any of the same actors. In
That's
it.
like a
Mohammed Atta, they couldn't afford his fee in this one.
No. He actually. Do you know he actually died between the first film and the second one? It's like Dumbledore. There.
The CIA took out Mohammed Atta because they needed.
Think about saying the CIA took out Dumbledore.
I don't think it was the CIA.
No, that's the route I'm going on this podcast. I'm going full conspiracy.
But no, it went straight through the middle. But this time it didn't fall down.
That's fucking Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Drone.
Great.
But didn't fucking
Great
stutter
joke.
over it.
Yeah. Delivery terrible.
my
Joke.
God.
Joke acceptable.
Oh my God, that was lovely.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that so
Yeah.
much.
If I hadn't fucking stuttered over the first three words.
Yeah. So the Ayatollah But it was only a little. It wasn't a big plane. That's the thing. It was only a little drone. Nobody aboard. And I think he hit the wrong bit because he went straight through the middle, like straight into the concrete. I'm on tour this summer with my debut show, Rice Age, and tickets are absolutely flying. We've already sold out 3 dates, added 4 new shows, and upgraded 2 venues. So make sure you get your tickets while they're available. If you like songs about Bonnie Blue, stories about Big John, and are up for a night of raucous banter, this might just be the show for you. See you there.
I've started a comedy club down at the Botanic Inn in Belfast. It's going to be the first Friday of every month, and we actually just had our opening night there a few days ago. We had to increase the ticket allocation 3 times because there's that much demand for it. So if you want to make it to the April gig, get your tickets now because it's going to sell out fast. The ticket link will be in the description below. So if you're a fan of comedy and you want to see another great lineup, definitely make sure to come down.
As part of my never-ending quest to quit podcasting and become a rock star, I've just released a 5-track EP. It's called Small Pond Sessions, contains heartfelt songs like one about the time when I got ghosted and had to go mini-golfing with Aidan Rafferty, and bangers like one about the time when I got heartbroken by a Swedish princess, genuinely true. If you like my other music, you'll like this, so make sure you check it out. Thank you.
And he's meant to take out.
Well, I don't know. I think you'd want a bit more.
A bit more
pizzazz, maybe.
Yeah, you would feel a bit miffed if you was like a drone operator and you missed it, and then everyone in the office was like, Dave, man.
It's a bit like all those
What the
people,
fuck's going on?
all those attempted assassinations where they shoot it between the lungs and then he's just fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that happened to that was Reagan. It just like grazed his heart, didn't it?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he
just-
like survived, and then you were like, oh, dude, you could have been the guy who killed it. Like the same with Trump. Like it just missed his. Not that I'm condoning.
I just think if you're going to commit to something, you should do it properly.
Yeah, but like the Trump one and all of that. Like I don't condone assassination, obviously, but like there is like a level of like, dude, you were very close.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't. You know that is like
It's more impressive to hit someone's ear.
Yeah.
You've got such a big fucking target in Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's mad that no one's like really knows anything about that guy.
Yeah.
Like he's just been put in jail and everyone's like,
We spoke about it at the time. We think that probably pushed him over the limit. Like,
Because the photos were cool.
yeah.
the photo was sick.
The one where
So-
he's like,
So we think it actually helped him a lot.
yeah.
100%. And as well, like even I'm not a fan of Donald Trump in the slightest, but I there is a thing where you see that and his reaction is just, and you can tell Elon Musk wants that moment. But he's too much of a pussy. Like he's like dancing around on stage, like shoot me. I want to have my photo.
Yeah, it's a bit like watching those reels where people are trying to get in the back of Schooner Scorer's reels, and they're like,
Of all fucking people.
because they see him filming with his wacky cameraman, and they're like, oh, let me get my face in the back of that so I can tell my mates to be class. So that's the sort of thing I get from Elon.
Yeah, he's like the most. I think Elon Musk is like one of the most uncool human beings.
Yeah.
who's like
He's
ever.
up there.
Like,
I mean, he's one of the few people who didn't get the invite to Epstein Island.
yeah, which is fucking.
And he's one of the richest guys there, and he's like, please.
How much of a
please
dickhead do you have to be to not get
He's
that
trying to invite
invitation?
himself on the night out.
How bad are you at a sesh that a bunch of pedophiles go? He's going to make it weird.
yeah.
He's going to make it weird, man.
We don't want that guy around. He's bad vibes.
Yeah. Like, I
He's
know
sort
we're
of
like
like-
sacrificing to Moloch and stuff, but this guy, I just think he brings a dark energy.
Yeah. He reminds me of like, remember John Terry didn't play the Champions League final but got the full kit on to celebrate.
He starts attaching his name to
Yeah.
the Epstein files.
Yeah. But yeah, that building, it didn't go down this time, which is a big food for the conspiracy theorists, I think.
Yeah, are you guys into conspiracy theories?
I like the real mental ones that people come up with, that there's just nothing to it, but they've convinced themselves. But the ones like fucking 9/11 not being real or being inside job and stuff like that, I haven't really looked too much into it. Are you big into them?
I used to smoke a lot of weed and
So you
grew
should,
up
yeah.
in the first sort of YouTube era.
Yeah.
So like absolutely. There's 9/11 Loose Change. There's Zeitgeist.
9/11 loose change.
Loose Change is about like so like one of the theories on 9/11 is that the accounting department at the Pentagon was hit because there was like 30 trillion unaccounted for that the CIA was. But the thing with these conspiracy theory documentaries is you can watch them and they make compelling arguments. You then have to watch a debunked thing where like someone's like, no, this guy, like that's all, you've just made that up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so then you have to watch the debunked ones because you'll watch them and go, oh my God. And then, but if you're like me and don't really have a high level of critical thinking,
Yeah.
so then you have to watch the other ones. You don't seem like you'd be into any
I just think a lot of conspiracy theories are so obviously true. There's not even any point worrying about it.
Oh, really?
Like mostly financial ones. Like all those theories about various money laundering going on and all the various corruption scandals. And I was like, of course that's true.
Yeah, you're leaning so far on the other side we thought you'd be.
Yeah, I thought you'd be like, absolutely not. But like the fact that you've already made it financial crime, I'm like a big fan of, by the way. It's like you got insight.
Well, I think it's because I wanted to be that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you wanted to be a financial, like a guy in the city.
I'm still trying to do it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm still, attempting the tax dodge. But it would have been my main thing had I been accepted into Oxford University. I would have become a tax criminal, definitely.
So you'd have had like a Guernsey sort of like postcode or...
Yeah, I did look into that. Huge tax advantages for living in the Channel Islands, but they've made the rules a bit tricky now because you actually have to live in Guernsey for 5 years. And I was like, that's not worth any amount of tax.
Yeah.
I'm not moving to fucking Guernsey, mate.
But the Isle of Man as well, they have like...
Yes.
Yeah.
But also in all these places, like you have to live there. So
Yeah, fuck living in the Isle of Man.
exactly.
Like,
Even Monaco, I looked into that. You don't need that much money to tax dodge in Monaco. You only need 500k liquid.
That is a lot of...
Yeah, I know.
That is, I thought you were going to be like 80 quid.
No.
like
Cheaper than your prostitute?
Yeah. Cheaper than, I could have took that €100 and fucking took it today. If I was an accountant, I'd have known that money could have been moved into something. No, I thought you were going to be like, you give me $2,000 in your overdraft. Monaco will take you. No, 500 grand liquid.
Yeah, yes, but
What an insane thing to say. During a cost of living crisis.
No, I don't think that's a crazy
How
thing
the
to say
fuck
at
do
all.
you beg people to sign up to a Patreon on this podcast?
But I know he doesn't even have anywhere near that amount of money, which makes it even more mental.
Like you only need, but I know what you mean in the world of business.
Yeah, like in the universe, the Earth isn't very big, but it appears very big to us.
Right? No, that doesn't make any sense. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
That, like in the grand scheme of things, but
Like
I still
people say Russia is a big country, but it's not compared to like the Andromeda galaxy.
right. So your point is compared to Bill Gates,
compared to global GDP, 500k is nothing.
Right.
So compared to all the wealth in the world,
Like all the rich people who live in Monaco, 500k is nothing.
I know what you mean.
The bar is low.
Yeah, but then is there like a thing in that sort of like financial system where someone looks at someone with only 500k and then sort of looks down on them? Because I imagine there is.
Yeah,
That's like the same way he looks at homeless people.
Right. Yeah. Like just like,
absolutely scum, mate.
yeah. How the fuck did you get here? Why do I have to look at you?
Well, to give you a kind of perspective, so when I did work experience at a hedge fund, right, this guy was trading currency swaps, and I watched him lose £480,000 in 30 seconds. So,
What was the fucking nickname we had in the Patreon episode a while ago, or the questionable hedge fund?
oh,
That was the best nickname of all time.
something about a rich girl with a bush,
Yeah.
and everyone calls her a hedge fund.
Oh,
but
that's very
that is good. That is
very
good.
nice.
Fucking unbelievable.
But that's why the windows don't open in those buildings anymore, because people like used to jump out after losing millions of quid. People just used to jump
Open
out.
the windows. That's that's a fair trade, I think. That's a bit of like class. Like if I got to go to the city and watch people jump after losing that money, it would make up for all of their wrongdoing.
It's like whenever the executions used to be in like the town square.
Yeah, like that should be like a day out. Like if you start to see the economy, the Dow Jones is tanking,
Yeah.
I would be straight up Aldgate East,
Yeah.
Liverpool Street,
Yeah.
little umbrella, just standing like to bringing my knees, getting into splat zone. Like that would be
Betting on where they're going to land.
Yeah,
That'd be class.
and that would keep the economy going. You could bet where they're going to land, so then like working class people could come down and make some money.
Yeah, like over under 2 jumps. I'd be there doing conspiracy theories. Like, I saw a shadow there. It's definitely got pushed. He got pushed.
Live conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
But was he like pissed off about losing that 480k, or was
That's the interesting thing, is it was nothing to him.
Right.
As in, like, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And because sometimes you have to push trades through anyway, even if you're going to lose loads of money, because if you don't, you will lose more money if you do it later, right? So, and also, like, that guy's job is very easy these days, because he's basically, all those traders, this is what I realized when they're there, they don't even do any work, because all those traders have been replaced by algorithms. So their entire job is just making sure the algorithm doesn't fuck up. But they don't make any of the decisions anymore. They're a supervisor. So they are basically sitting there paying the equivalent of financial cookie clicker. And you know when you buy all the upgrades and it makes the cookies for you?
Yeah.
Right.
So there was an interesting article years ago, I think it was in the Atlantic, that was about like we still have like quite an industrial revolution sort of look at like the working hours. Yeah. So it's like you come in and clock at this time and then you leave at this time. But actually for like, especially jobs like in the city and stuff and office jobs, it really doesn't make any sense because a lot of time there are people doing a lot of work, but that's few and far between. So a lot of people are sat around all day. They do their job in 2 hours, but then have to make it out there for 8 or 9.
Yeah.
So like so many people's like jobs are listening to podcasts like this while just like scrolling down
Thank fuck for those people.
There will definitely be people on £1 million salaries listening to this at work.
Yeah.
Especially with your audience.
Yeah. And they're like, 500k is fuck all. What is it?
But see, like, I went shopping the other day and I forgot to take my pound out of the trolley whenever I left, and it annoyed me for about a half hour. And this fucker's just like going on with his day after 480 grand.
But
most people don't make that in their life.
But it's not his 480 grand.
No, it's not his personal money.
Like,
You still be a bit pissed off.
Well,
If I lost fucking 50 quid of our show budget, I'd be getting a text from you.
yeah, of course. But, but fuck you.
that's a power thing. It's not about the money.
But if you lose 50 quid every day, I think you get desensitized to losing the 50 quid. You're like, you wake up the next day and you're like, I'm going to lose some money today at some point.
Yeah.
But do you know a lot of people who like work in the city high up in those jobs?
I mean, it's mostly my parents' friends.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. But are they like, would you say, because I found it quite interesting because I went out with a girl who worked in the city and it was like interesting just how they're like nice people, but their lives are just everything is built around work. So it's like you earn this amount of money, but your life isn't yours. Like if we're saying you're fucking staying, you're fucking staying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it just does seem like this way of life where I'm like, Jesus, no wonder you're all in fucking running clubs. Like, that has to be your personality. Like, you have no time to think as a human being. Like,
no. Well, that's why I became a TikToker. Because the work experience was so bad.
Really?
And I was like, none of these people are having a good time. This is not like Wolf of Wall Street. So.
No, they must talk about that. Like in comedy, there's like a heyday of comedy, which was sort of like the 90s. Do you hear about this? The 90s, early 2000s, where there was these club gigs called like Jongleurs. They had clubs up and down the country. Yeah. And you could do free shows there on a weekend. You could clear, $3-4 a month pretty easily. A lot of it cash. And it was full of like cocaine and all of this sort of partying thing.
Beautiful times.
Good times and free drinks and all of that. And now you turn up to a gig and it's like invoice, you have a beer token, and that's your fucking lot.
This sounds so fucking gimpy, but I was running my own gig back in Belfast, and the last time I got like a deal with a pizza place the night before, and the off license would throw in beer and stuff. But in the 2 years since I did that, both places were like, nah, I can't afford that. So the green room, there was an 8-pack of Square bars and some Doritos.
But comedians will love that.
There wasn't a single Square bar left.
No, comedians will turn up and be like, oh my fucking God. It's like, this is what Live at the Apollo must be like.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I did pay them all in cash though. So I got some respect there.
Yeah, that's always nice. But there's like I do find with every job, there's always like you'll meet people like that was the fucking heyday. Yeah. And I've started doing it now. Like there was like a period like 10 years ago, you'd go up to the Fringe and there was a bit of coke and stuff like that. Yeah. Like it was a bit more of a...
And you could maybe break even.
Oh, not 10 years ago.
No, fuck. Is it better now?
Because of places like Monkey Barrel, like, a little bit more. But like the Fringe is actually a perfect example of a financial institution that is failing, but no one admits it's failing. So
it's like the Deutsche Bank of comedy. My bankers out there will know what I'm talking about.
I just want you all to like know on podcasts how legit I am that I didn't go, yes. I say it very, very, very.
There's about 3 people wearing a suit who will love that.
I'm just waiting for you to explain what the fuck happened.
Oh, well, I did work experience there in 2019. That year, they lost 5 billion euros. They got caught giving money to Netanyahu. And,
Jesus.
And which, damn you, Netanyahu. You took down my TikTok last week. I know it was you, Netanyahu.
I like the idea of on the spreadsheet, there's like net profit, then Netanyahu profit.
Yeah. It's just short. It's short for Netanyahu.
It's just short for Netanyahu.
And they got caught money laundering in Denmark and Brazil. Basically, huge restructuring. I came in on a Wednesday and the entire equities floor had been sacked.
Jesus Christ. No wonder you fucking started TikTok.
On your work experience week, you walk in and dude, can you be CEO of the company by any chance?
There's no one else here. So it was basically like they were failing institution. They've managed to turn it around a bit, but that was the worst of it. And obviously I'm just some kid and they were like, get the fuck out of here, kid. I'm worried about my job. So it wasn't a great week.
Right, yeah. So weirdly, the Fringe is like that, just without that. Like because there's such there's the rent control is like as it is across all of the world, but like it's a huge problem out there up in the Fringe that like, to rent an apartment can fucking cost £5,000.
Yeah.
So that you've spent before you've even put your posters up and stuff. So the Fringe is now like in this weird place where they're still like, it's the best it's ever been. And everyone's like using it for what they want to use for. Which is a bit cooler, but it is like a failing financial institution where they're trying to keep up the, hey guys, it's working. And you're like, well, it's not, because like people because of like TikTok and stuff can now tour. Yeah. Why are they going to come here?
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Edinburgh.
You should, man.
But I like money.
But he also
no. But you should. I would love to see you in Edinburgh walk in, and as you're selling out a big venue, and the looks you're going to get from comedians.
Also, if it's a general comedy audience, they won't like my stuff.
Because I was talking to him about this other day about Fringe and stuff like that, and just doing gigs. He does not want to become a good stand-up.
Oh, do you not?
No.
No, you're running. Yeah, I respect that.
I'll do stand-up-ish on my terms with my fans in the audience. That's much easier than going around to like gigs with general comedy fans there, and I think trying to make them happy.
You see that I gig a lot at Top Secret, and every now and then like you get someone come down who's like they've been put on because they have like a following or something, and they go on and they'll do like a Wednesday, and the excitement that they're there will sort of carry them through, and then they'll do like a Saturday on like a really good bill, and then they'll go on and you'll see like the dream die.
Yeah.
And it's fucking...
See, that's why I want to keep the flame alive.
It's fantastic.
It is sort of... It's very... I can see how it's easy to happen, like how it would happen, because whenever I first started this podcast, I got offered a couple of gigs over here that I was like, I am nowhere near ready for that.
Really?
But there's other people that I've seen being like, oh, fuck yeah, I'll do that. And then they accept like... There's a lad I know accepted like a 15-minute spot, and he had like 8 minutes of material, and he was just told at the end of it, was like, yeah, you might have a couple of million followers, but you're never getting booked here again.
15 minutes is a long time as well. And you the one that people always do that I notice is the And Friends show.
Yeah.
That's the one that's always like, have you done an And Friends show?
Well, you almost did one.
I had to cancel it.
You threatened to do one.
I threatened to do one.
Really? Yeah. And they're always like my friends, and it's a bunch of people who they've never met before.
What was yours? Alfie Dundas, MC Hammersmith.
I had met Hammersmith.
Yeah, they're good comics as well.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
It would have been a
I had a
fucking
Sidemen
great show.
shoot. I had to cancel it.
You had a what?
Sidemen shoot.
Oh, right. Yeah. I got asked a few years ago to like I don't know who it was, like was asking me potentially to do like a roast of the Sidemen.
Yeah.
And I like with roast battles. I did a roast battle years ago with my dad because I'm from nepotism, and we have a lot more in common than.
I'm actually not.
No, it's weird that you're more carving your way through this industry than I am.
Yeah.
And I like always with roast battles is like the thing that like producers will do is they're like, we want it as vicious as possible, and you're like, you don't want that. That's a really dumb idea. I don't know these people. They don't fucking know me. They're gonna think I'm their clout chasing. Like you don't want that. And they're like, trust me, daddy, trust me.
Yeah,
this is what we want. And they were like, just send through a few examples of the jokes. And I sent it, and when I say like left on red for like a day, and came back like, hey, so we've decided to go in a different direction. And I was like, a fucking course. Like, you don't want me, like, they don't want me bringing up Logan Paul in a Japanese forest. Like, these people have like multi-100 million pound brand deals, and I'm just going to fucking roll on in there.
Yeah. Well, on that depressing note, should we get into the news?
Yes.
Let's get into the news of the day. As the whistle sounded to commence the first half of World War III last week, Prediction Market, Polymarket, I'm sure you've heard of them, hosted a unique bet about the possibility of nuclear war. So they gave you could select your own date, and it would give you the odds of nuclear weapon detonation by said date. and they racked up $1 million in trading volume before the site shut it down. Now, can anyone see why this is a bad idea off the jump?
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to collect on your nuclear war. Also, could you imagine cashing out? Like when you get the thing for 30 minutes that it's about to land and you're like, I better hit cash out.
Thing is, this would work very well for one man. If I'm Netanyahu, I'm all over this. I'm ringing up the generals. I'm saying, right, what date has the best odds? Let's whack it. Let's whack it in the calendar.
Yeah.
But surely the millions you might take are irrelevant if you get a fucking tactical nuke dropped on you.
I don't think Netanyahu would drop it on his own house.
No.
Yeah, but if it fucking hits,
I think
it's a bold move from Netanyahu. Always keep.
that would be a flex.
Yeah,
But
never let them know your next move.
Yeah. False sense of security from Netanyahu there.
the second there's
I've actually been playing both sides this whole time. I'm actually the head of Hamas.
Yeah. So it's a good idea if Netanyahu wants to make money, but an expert from the Council of Atomic Scientists, which is one of the best councils, said, as a citizen, it seems dangerous to enable people in power to place anonymous bets on things that might happen. Maybe this isn't in the national interest, which I think is excellent analysis.
Yeah,
there.
maybe. So I like that he's still keeping corporate speak.
Yeah. But there are still loads of other war bets you can do. Let me know if any of these bets tickle your fancy. Will a US ally get a nuke before 2027? Any new nukes on the market? I looked up the list. I think there's only 11 countries with a nuke.
India, Pakistan, Israel, Saudi Arabia.
We have one. France has one.
France
Russia,
has one.
US,
Yeah.
China.
China.
I'm not sure.
Ireland don't have.
I don't think they trust us with
Oh,
bombs.
you'd ring the country beforehand and let them know it's going off. You need to get out of the town centre.
It'd be pretty
45
fucking
minutes.
impressive to fit a tactical nuke in a bin.
Can you fit a nuclear warhead in a Ford Fiesta?
That's a good question. The first ever ignition nuke.
Gamblers spent more than $5 million betting on the question: will the Iranian regime fall by June 30th? Which still on.
No,
boys.
they're still
That
going.
bet has drew about $7 million in trading activity so far.
7 million.
Fucking hell.
That is mental.
Where's all the Netanyahu? I know it's you, Netanyahu. I was going to say, where's all the money coming from? We know.
Yeah.
I like it. Is by the way, not one woman has placed any of
Not
a
a
single
soul.
pound into
No
that.
fucking
That
chance.
is such a guy thing. Guys, we can bet on World War III.
It's like whenever there's an international break, and like, what the fuck do I do?
This is astrology for men, I think. Right?
Oh, yeah.
China.
It's just like total nonsense. There was an insider inside the CIA who bet beforehand that the US would kidnap the Venezuelan president, and he made $400K. Genius.
That is mental.
No way. And is he like? He's still got his job.
Well, nobody knows who it is. It's just that we know that somebody did it.
Yeah.
But that's one of the problems with these platforms is all the bets are completely anonymous. So Netanyahu could log in and just, well, he probably has enough money, to be honest.
You
But
think so?
you don't think he's
No,
like
famous
waiting for payday.
Famously, the head of Israel never wants more.
No.
They're always just content with what they have.
Yeah. They're not bringing up any old deals. So the first time that nuclear warfare bet happened was the scientist Enrico Fermi. He bet that Oppenheimer.
This is like one of those streets you'll never forget. Premier League footballers.
Yeah.
It's the Berbatov of.
If you did A-level physics, you'll know my guy Fermi. He bet Oppenheimer that his bomb wouldn't destroy the atmosphere.
Oh, really? And that's the first ever.
Yeah. And he won, obviously, because if it did, I think everyone would be dead.
Yeah.
So it was a no-lose bet from
Yeah.
Fermi there.
Yeah. What did Oppenheimer gain? Like, obviously, 'cause
He got absolutely nothing. out of it.
well, he's done some questionable things in his time, but that's up there.
He just got a movie out of it.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
true.
if you've seen the footage. I was talking to you about it a few days ago that the White House released. It was like Call of Duty footage mixed with real life footage of the
Insane.
Iranian drone or strikes, sorry. And they were putting in like Call of Duty kill streaks, so it'd be like AC-130 inbound or something.
Was it opening up the laptop and then?
It was.
Yeah.
It fucking was. And you had like the kill streaks in the top corner and shit like that.
It's weird that.
I like when government agencies do ban
Yeah.
I don't think we don't
That's
have.
not what you want from them. though.
No, it's not what you want, but
Imperialistic memes.
Yeah.
New wave of like, you know what I
I
mean?
like memes from an official government agency. We don't do them enough in this country.
There was a quote I saw. The White House Communications Director Stephen Chung commented under the post, "W's in the chat, boys."
Oh,
How is that fucking real?
It's so fucked, man.
That's like that. The premise of that clip is funny, but that has the vibes of, you know, when like McDonald's comments on a TikTok.
Yes.
It's like, shut up, mate.
And then the people's like, "Oh, send me a free Big Mac."
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
get aired.
Come on, Stephen Chung, send me a free, send me a free missile, you bastard.
I wonder how far we are away from the White House posting like war montages.
Well, best moments.
Yeah,
like
top 5 kills.
Final kill cam.
yeah.
A final kill cam on Search and Destroy. They get it with a 360 throwing knife.
Ninja defuse.
Yeah. That would be good. Welcome back to Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo's top 5 ethnic cleansing.
Yeah.
They'd have to bring Machinima Respawn back for that.
Today we're counting down. Yeah. Okay, on to our next story now. And as always, at Radio Rufus, we pride ourselves. I don't know if you know about this, but we're the #1 internet destination for homeless strats and money glitch tutorials. So if there are homeless people, they'll get incredible value from this podcast because we've told them so many things. The classic Gatwick Airport scam. We covered a guy with no legs who owned 3 houses.
Yeah.
But he went around begging, despite the fact he rented out his gaff.
He was also a loan shark.
He was
An amputee loan shark.
amputee loan shark. He's like an Avenger. He's covered every base.
This guy's the man.
Yeah. But now, out of Belgium, we have a brand new tactic to improve the lives of any vagrants/nitties who might be listening. And if you are, please subscribe to Patreon. It's only £3 a month. very, very affordable. That's half a day of tin rattling.
You can train,
You've got to stand on the East London line.
Yeah.
You can maybe trade it against one of the many meal deals they get a day.
Yeah.
It's around the same price.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper than a meal deal.
It fucking is, actually.
£4.50 now.
And Belgian politician, I promise you his name is Jeroen Burgers.
That's not it.
I promise you that's his name, is Jeroen Burgers. Which is not funny, but it is.
It's great.
He's calling for more police presence at Brussels airport because of reports of widespread shitting and masturbating by homeless people and drug users inside the country's premier air travel hub. We've got a quote from Jeroen Burgers here. There are people hanging around here. There's filth, obscenities, drug use, but also people masturbating in public. And to put it bluntly, shitting in the check-in queue. My sister did a shit in the check-in queue once, I think. When she was like a kid.
Okay. I
don't think that's true either. So
that story really fucking plummeted.
Yeah. It's a quick one.
I love the idea of like you just get there and just checking your shit. I'm bringing that with me, bro.
You're like, how much does that weigh?
There's handle with care written on it.
It doesn't. To be fair, it doesn't say on that poster. It doesn't say no shit.
Yeah,
It's like no rockets, no bombs, no knives, no water. But shit, I think is.
Imagine that took you over the limit, so you then had to pay like an extra £40.
Yeah. It's a big one. It's a big shit. So Jeroen Burgers is suggesting. You're still laughing.
Is that real name?
That is his name. That is his name. Jeroen Burgers said that federal police. He's advocating for a new task force, which I think whenever that stuff gets brought up, I know it's going to be a bad time. You shouldn't. You don't need a new task force to do anything. But he's starting a new team, the VIP. They're called Very Irritating Police. That's his suggestion.
They're not doing a lot for like the continental sense of humor, are they?
No. And what they're going to do is basically go to the airport, start on homeless people to try and
wind them up.
To basically wind up the homeless people in a futile attempt to get them to leave, because you can't outwind up the nitty. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
They're
And
wind
also
up legends.
They've got very little to lose, so I wouldn't want to have the threat of them fucking winging one of the turds at me or something.
Exactly. So basically they're going to be going around like ripping those signs in half, all that sort of stuff. In an attempt to get the nitties to leave. I don't think it's going to work.
You wouldn't bat an eye if they were just going in for a nap or something, but them of all people can wank anywhere.
What, the nitty?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't need to be doing it in front of the fucking Ryanair queue.
There's a Pret though, so
You what, wanking a Pret?
well, you you can have a wank.
Is that like the meal deal?
Well, you can have a wank, and then you can have a.
That's the ultimate posh wank.
Toasted. You can.
I've got the £20 subscription to the coffee, and by God, that entitles me to wank in here. It's just like, so that's not how the law works.
Yeah.
I fucking know.
It's not cigarettes after sex. It's toasted Italian meatball sub after sex.
I've never been to the Brussels airport, but I'm assuming like every fucking airport, there's about 50 toilets. So why do they need to be shitting anywhere?
That's a great point. I didn't even think about that.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
There's going to be loads.
Like Trumps can still use the bog.
It's one of the few places you're absolutely guaranteed to be able to.
Yeah, and like signposted well.
Yeah. But well, he also, this is another genius suggestion from the mind of your own burgers. He says he's going to allow private security to check passports at border control instead of border police, so that the police can go and antagonize the nitties.
It's weird that he's like trying to solve this, like, which is an issue, but has kind of reverted to like fascism immediately.
He is a like a right wing politician.
He's immediately gone like, okay, we need like some people in brown shirts to come down and beat up the nitties.
But also the
we need to put gold stars on the nitties so everyone can identify.
Yeah. Also, the allocation of resources is just terrible here. Basically, he wants club bouncers to be checking the passports.
Right.
And the actual border police to harass the nitties, whereas it definitely should be the other way around.
Club bunchers
I
would
love
fucking
the idea
love
of
that.
being let into Brussels because I've worn trainers.
Yeah.
Not with them shoes.
You're not coming in with them. All right.
That would be funny if you could get refused at the border because they didn't like you.
Yeah. I think you can. I think
Like
you
that.
can.
Too many men in this plane.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
You been anywhere else tonight? Got any stopovers you've had on the way here?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, we had a layover in Dortmund. Not tonight, boys.
Will you accept a photo of my passport? No, we can't do that.
There's nothing more humiliating, is there?
Yeah.
Your mate's walking in. I've got a picture of it. It's legal ID.
Yeah, I promise. Yeah, it looks legit, mate. Yeah,
I would generally sympathise with the homeless, but see the second someone drops a log in front of me, it's done. Like
if I'm checking in for a horrible flight, it depends on my destination. If it's the Maldives, I think I'd let it slide.
but it sounds like
If I'm going to Moscow, I'm not sure.
by the way they're describing it, there's just shit everywhere. And it ruins your day a bit whenever you realise you got like a bit of dog shit in your shoe. Can you imagine being about to board a long haul flight with a shoe
That's
full?
it. It's trapped in there with you.
Just unidentified
Everyone's
human
looking
shit.
at you like, they make an announcement about, oh my God. Did they put the masks drop for the oxygen because you fucking
Just
reeked
because
the
it
place?
fucking stinks.
I was in Brussels a couple of years ago. Like, I did not out of choice. I was getting a Eurostar.
You were between homes at the time.
Yeah. I was taking a shit on an airport floor, and I like didn't realize how fucked as a city it is. Like, it's pretty, because you think it's like the capital of the EU. Essentially, it's like, you know, wherever all these the diplomats go and all of this.
Yeah.
And then you walk out, and it is like, it's a lot of fucking homeless people. And like, you know, like when you like get to a European city and you walk around and you go like, this wasn't on the fucking tourist
Paris.
board.
Yeah. Paris is like that.
Paris has that.
Paris is not.
Paris has that. Like from the Arc de Triomphe to the Eiffel Tower, you're like, ooh. And then out of that,
Everywhere
you go,
else.
yeah, let's get a cab.
Paris is a bit like our podcast studio. It looks great on this side.
Oh, no. Yeah. People could see the horrors over there.
Yeah. People could see the dungeon. Yeah.
But that, like, it was, but like, there's also this like whole thing, again, completely off topic, but I don't know if you guys have traveled by train through Europe. And there's like this idea that like Europeans have fucking train travel down. They fucking don't.
No, especially those damn Germans, man.
It's
the Germans.
They fucking nailed it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And then now
all those trains, the only good trains are the ones that go to Poland.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones that work.
They had one period. They had one period for 3 years where they fucking locked in.
Like fucking clockwork.
They were just
Sometimes those trains were leaving early.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Do you reckon there was like ever a fucking like rail replacement Holocaust bus service?
Yeah.
We're sorry, you're going to have to get up. Your tickets are still valid.
It's the only time where you're hoping that there's a delay.
Yeah.
British transport would.
If they got Southern Rail, nobody would have died.
How many we killed? 6 million? Just 6.
It would take a homeless with a fucking brass neck to go tin rattling on one of those trains.
Oh yeah.
That would be so funny. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm falling on hard times. You're preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah.
You should be giving me shit. Yeah.
You just give him your shoes to get him out of the way. You're going to lose them anyway.
Do you reckon there was someone who just accidentally wasn't paying attention and got on the wrong train and kept being like to the guard, like, no, I swear to God, I'm not meant to be on this.
No, I was going to Rome.
I'm meant to be meeting my pals. They're going to be wondering where I am.
This is the train to Ibiza, right? Yeah.
What a fucking tune that is.
I took a train to Ibiza. Now, moving on. Animal news.
Thank God.
Call me David Gattenborough because my arse.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, there we go. Call me David Gattenborough because my arse is big and my kink is wildlife. We're back with news from the animal kingdom. A man from Wyoming has been accused of hitting a wolf with a snowmobile. Sorry. Oh, he does that. That's crazy.
Is it intentional or did he?
Well,
The word accused is what's so funny about that. As if we're like, we don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
so he's been accused of hitting a wolf with a snowmobile, then taping its mouth shut with gaffer tape and taking it to the pub.
This guy's the king.
Yeah.
See, initially reading it, I was thinking, right, is it like a wholesome story where he felt bad and was like, right, I'll take this wolf on a night out? But I really don't think it goes that way.
Yeah, I don't think wolves like Jaeger bombs. But so allegedly he was really proud of his efforts, and then images circulated online of basically this injured wolf is not dead. It's just an alive wolf with duct tape on its mouth being paraded around like someone's new baby at like a baby shower.
It's a fucking heavy animal to be lugging around, I'd imagine.
Now, I would say, if I saw those images of those people doing that, I'd be fucking disgusted.
Yeah.
If I was in that pub,
Yeah.
I would be so pouring a beer over.
If I was already drunk and someone pulled out a wolf, yeah.
Dude, there's no fucking way you're gonna have your arms around it like when you do a photo with like some guy you just met on a night out.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Sticking a flag out of the wolf's mouth.
And me on Insta, bro. We'll stay in like there is absolutely no way you would be fucking
100%.
a minute like straight in the group
Oh,
chat.
you'd be all over it.
What's funny about this is in Wyoming, it's actually legal to kill a wolf if you want.
But not to take it to the pub.
So most predators, they have a lot of predatory wildlife out there. You can just shoot it on your own terms. If it's big and it eats other things, you can
But
take
you not
it
kind
out.
of need the predators.
Yeah, probably do actually, but Americans are kind of stupid. So
That's the next season of To Catch a Predator.
To catch a predator.
Chris Hansen comes in.
Take a seat right there, Mizzle. Now, how are you been talking to a cub?
yeah.
Take a seat.
No, she was out of the litter. She was out of the litter.
No. Those piggies are overage, mate. So what is illegal is basically taking a wounded animal to spoons and parading it around. That's the illegal.
Does it say that in the fucking law?
Landed a free my ass.
So maybe you could guess both of these. He got a fine and the name of the crime. If you want, they're both of them are fine. How much do you think he got fined for taking a wolf to the pub?
It's either going to be a comically large number or a comically small number. So I'm going to go $100.
Close. It's $250.
Great.
Jesus Christ.
I've spent more on nights out.
Yeah.
Like, without a wolf.
But that's like a small price to pay.
Yeah.
For the joy you brought to everyone. That
And
pub.
would you like to guess the crime that he got?
Animal cruelty?
It's like it's in that area, but there's more specific.
Public indecency.
No, because he didn't. I don't think he got his knob out.
No, but the wolf's already got its knob out.
Yeah, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can imprison a wolf.
They'll call it something like the masquerading of a fucking
It's
animal. Like
illegal possession of a wolf.
amazing.
So, which implies you can legally possess a wolf at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's also got 18 months probation, which means that he can't hunt, fish, or have a beer for 18 months.
What does the beer have to do with it?
Because you can't. It's just like you can't drink.
I think like it's like how I don't smoke, but when I have a few beers, I want one.
Yeah.
Like I think this guy will get a few, and he's like, let's
Let's
run
get
over
another wolf.
Let's get another
the
fucking wolf
out,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah. So there we go. Let's move on to the sports now. We're going to continue the hunting theme as we move on to Snatch of the Day. And we're covering, this is a niche sport, right? I would also, you could have a guess at this, but you would just never guess it, I think, because it's flamingo kidnapping.
Don't underestimate my knowledge on flamingo kidnapping ever again.
Well, this is one of the great flamingo kidnaps of all time, I think. A Canadian tourist on a stag do in Vegas, right? He faces proper animal cruelty charges because police allege he broke into the wildlife habitat of the Flamingo Hotel, chased the birds around, and then took one back to his room. And I think the allegations are pretty strong because we have the Snapchat stories right here.
Oh, he's got his top off. He's got his top off. This guy's. My favorite one is that middle one there.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like he's pulled on a night out, and he's trying to like show everyone he's pulled.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, she's so fit.
If you came back, if I've been to Vegas, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
like if one of my boys came back to the room with a fucking flamingo again. Like
that's going triple platinum.
You'd have brought the bag out and gone, dude, we're taking this way further. Get the flamingo on gag.
Yeah, I'd be way more excited about that than bringing home any prozzies. I have to say, the flamingo would be the talk of the town.
But can you imagine waking up the next day, you know, whenever you sort of black out and you're trying to piece together the night and just see your Snapchat story that you kidnapped a fucking flamingo?
So many replies, like, no.
Like, you ever shag someone on a night out and then you wake up and they're there and you're like, wow, you don't look how I remembered. If you woke up and it was a flamingo, you'd be like,
oh, I've been on both sides of that coin. There's nothing worse than when you see their face and go, oh,
You're like, I thought that flamingo was much hotter.
How old did this flamingo say it was again?
Did I fuck the flamingo?
Fucked it, boys. Did we fuck a flamingo last night?
So this is the timeline of the night, apparently. We're piecing it together, reverse engineering like The Hangover. So investigators allege that 5 a.m., the man approached a flamingo.
It does sound like a pedophile sting operation.
Yeah. Grabbed it by the legs, pulled it to the ground, and then pinned it to the ground so he could take a picture with it. He then wrapped the flamingo in his shirt, popped it in the elevator, sent it up to the 14th floor, and then investigators, suspicious about the man with the flamingo, after he left, they obtained a search warrant for the room because nobody could find the flamingo. And so they looked in there.
Mike Tyson's playing the piano.
And they didn't find the flamingo, but they found the feathers. So apparently the room was just covered in pink feathers. Apparently the man said in these Snapchat stories, I'm going to take it home, and insisted he was taking the flamingo back to Canada.
Is that where they're from? That's not where flamingos are from.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
He meant to his house, not the flamingo's house.
He was going to like release
back to the homeland.
Back to the homeland.
So they think that the man, who was unsurprisingly unfamiliar with flamingo biology, attempted to fix the flamingo's broken wing by popping it back into place.
Well, that's kind of nice.
No.
But the flamingo didn't have a broken wing.
So he broke them.
That's just how a flamingo looks. Yeah.
How much? This is serious prison time, by the way.
Yeah.
He's got it. Like, it's so funny that he's got to go to like prison for like a state crime and join the Aryan Brotherhood to stay alive in like a Nevada prison.
That might be the most embarrassing answer to the "what are you in for" question.
Yeah.
Fucking kidnapping flamingos.
Nah, everyone would love you. But no one would believe you. Everyone would be like, "No, this guy did something."
touched kids.
This guy touched kids. You're like, I swear to God, I was stealing a flamingo.
Yeah. What's funny is the flamingo had to go to A&E. They had to stitch it back up.
Oh, the poor flamingo.
You feel more and more bad for the flamingo, but the pictures are so epic.
The pictures are fucking great.
Once caught, they tracked the man down. They took him into custody, and he said, "I don't have any veterinary experience," which I think I knew that. But we don't know. It happened so recently that we don't know what's going to happen.
He should have like immediately asked for a lawyer. You never tell him anything. You always ask for a lawyer. It'd be so funny, the lawyer coming down to this one and just have to go, "Hey mate, usually I say like plead the fifth, but I actually I'm going to say on this one, you need to tell them what happened there. This is the only time I'm going to be like, you got to tell them what's up. They got so many feathers in your room.
Yeah. They found the feathers,
bro. You're fucked.
Yeah. Right, let's move on to the games segment now. Gamey Schumer. Today we're playing a classic. We're playing Who Said It. So we've got a list of quotes here, and they're going to be said either by Taylor Swift or Donald Trump. These are legit quotes. You just need to tell me who said it. We'll see how many points you get at the end of the game.
This is going to be tough because they're both like
They're almost the
narcissists.
same kind of person.
Yeah, they're exactly. Taylor
Yeah.
Swift is just female Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Here we go. Round 1. Are you allergic to awesomeness?
That's Taylor Swift.
True. It's Taylor Swift talking about biscuits. Next one. You have to think anyway, so why not think big?
I'm going to go Trump.
Correct. 2 for 2 so far. Next one. Private jets cost a lot of money.
That's Trump.
Correct. 3 for 3. You're in on this now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm dialed in.
I'm not asleep. My mind is alive.
That's Taylor Swift.
Correct.
Yeah.
4 for 4.
Yeah.
Is the clean sweep coming on? Who knows? Who knows? I think we've had one clean sweep.
How many questions are there?
I think there are 12.
Oh, fuck. All right.
But you're 4 for 4 so far. Next one. She thinks I'm a psycho.
Again, I'm going to go. That's a tricky one. I'm going to go Taylor Swift.
Correct. That is Taylor Swift talking about Joe Jonas's new girlfriend. Next one. Anyone who thinks my story is near over is sadly mistaken.
Again, Swift.
Oh, no, it's Trump.
No.
That one was Trump. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great trick one though. 'Cause
That's almost 50-50.
Trump's got such a like narcissistic. That's like take that. The reason I went Swift there is because that sounds like dumb person trying to be profound.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump like is dumb. No, Trump. That surprised. That's let me down from Trump there a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's a shit quote, Trump.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you're now 5 for 6. But we keep going. The good score is still on the cards. Next one. There is a time for silence, but I don't think we should wait.
I'm gonna go Swift.
Correct.
All right.
Next one.
I love how involved you are with this.
Man,
It's a great game.
I'm gonna play this down the pub.
People playing along at home. I think a lot of people will have tripped up.
Nah.
Yeah.
many
Next one.
times.
I apologize when I'm wrong.
Trump.
Correct. Next one. Bring on all the pretenders.
Oh, that's I'm gonna go Trump with that.
Incorrect. That is a caption from the Speak Now songbook. The old Taylor Swift album there. Taylor Swift is obsessed with the haters, much
Yeah.
like Trump is as well.
Yeah.
So same sort of along the same sort of line.
She's got more of a like embracing the haters thing, whereas Trump has more of a shooting at the like.
Yeah, she said bring on the pretenders.
Yeah.
So yeah. Next one. I judge people based on their capability, honesty, and merit.
That's I'm gonna go Trump, but
Correct.
That's
Correct.
me a little bit.
Next one. I'll drink water, sometimes tomato juice, which I like, sometimes orange juice, which I like. I'll drink different things. That is who cares?
That's a trick question. Socrates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Trump.
Correct. And the last quote is, I don't regret being honest.
Swift.
No, that's Trump.
10 out of 12, dog.
That's not
I'm
bad.
fucking proud of
You
that.
only
good
got 3
return.
wrong.
So I got 9 out of 12.
I thought it was 10.
I thought I got 10 now. I think I
But it might be 10 out of 13.
Oh, okay.
I might. But no, the ones.
You're ruining the integrity of the game.
The only ones you got wrong is anyone who thinks my story is near over is sadly mistaken. There's a time for silence. No, I think you got that one actually. I can't even.
I think you got 2 wrong.
I got 2 wrong there.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with that. That's really filled me with a level of joy that's actually quite sad. Really shows how little I've got going on in my life.
No. What a
The lads
game.
will enjoy it in the pub.
I'm gonna take it back to that prostitute in Amsterdam and be
Yeah.
like, you see,
What do you think?
You owe me 20 minutes.
big
Yeah.
brain, small dick.
You would go back there and just do 20 minutes of your stand-up
Yeah,
to get your money's worth.
100%.
Yeah, just for her.
I think you might be the only person to ever have given a sex worker the ick.
Oh no, that happens all the time. I know a few people who do sex work and like most of their life is complaining.
What
about
genre of sex work are we talking?
I've known OnlyFans girls and like actual sort of sex work. Like that's not all sex work, but like meeting the Johns and stuff like
Escort.
that. Escort sex work. There's like I always think like. Yeah, I've never been like one for strip clubs, but you know, like guys who go to strip clubs and think that the girls actually like them.
Yeah.
And you are the biggest fucking idiot in the
The
world.
thing is, it's got to be true for someone.
No,
Strippers marry someone at some point.
There's definitely people that like more than the next or the last lad. Like,
Yeah, so there's always the dream's always alive. Hey, look, I'm an optimistic guy.
I can't believe I'm about to tell this story as well.
Well, here we go. Can't wait for this.
So I'm supporting a comedian in Newcastle called Kai Humphreys. He made an appearance earlier in the show when
Sorry,
he
you're
gave
about
me.
to say Kai Havertz.
Kai Humphreys did a stand-up tour when he was injured.
He needs a new job.
Yeah, Kai Humphreys, and we do a show in Newcastle. We're having like a pint after the show, and we're just like being like how like civil we're being. We've just done a show, his hometown show, so that, and he's like, it'd be funny if we went to the strippers, and I'm like, yeah, it would be, but we're not.
I think I've been to this strip club in Newcastle you're about to talk about.
Right, so we go to the strip
Unfortunately.
club. Yeah, we go to the strip club on a Monday night. Walk in, and it's just we walk in and literally break up a fucking staff meeting that's going on because they're like, there's no one. So they're all just sat around and they like look at us coming and go, oh, Kai slips down the stairs in front of all of the strippers, right? And like gets out, and I'm like at this period of time. Like anyway, this will come in later. So Kai goes off, gets a dance. I'm sat there, and the women are coming over and talking to me, and I'm like, hey, just to let you know, I'm not going to get a dance, but like whatever. But and one of them was like chatting to me, and she's like, so what were you guys like doing in town? And my mate Kai was like, oh well, just before he goes off to get a dance, he's like, oh, we were doing a show at the stand, and one of them's like, oh okay, what's that? So I'm talking to one of them and she's like, oh, you're a comedian. And she's like, oh, cool. She's like, do you know Paul Smith? Like, I like his stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, do you have like anything online? And I was like, yeah, I do. So I got...
It's getting weird already.
So I got like... now, Kai's gone off to get a dance. So he's the last thing he's seen
You're
is
just
me
networking?
the last thing he's seen is me and this girl having a chat.
Yeah.
He comes out of the dance to me showing her a reel of mine.
Yeah.
And like, he's like... Are you showing a stripper your reel?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then she clicked to see how long was left.
Yeah.
Like stripper to the end, like this is 2 minutes, I'm going to charge you. Like, you're not getting till the end of the song. Like, And I was just there, and he's like, are you showing strippers your stuff? And I'm like, no. She was asking because there's nothing more humiliating. I'd be like, actually, working the arts myself. Like,
Yeah. Well, I went there. I was coerced. I was dragged there the other day.
That's the one thing you always hear about men in strip clubs. No one ever goes of their own free will.
No,
It's funny that.
No, I was always dragged there. It's always end up there. Don't know how. And we didn't want to get a dance. Our mate got a dance, but the rest of us didn't want it. But they kept pestering us to the point where it was getting annoying. And my mate just goes, look, we're gay. And she immediately sees the opportunity and she goes, all right, if you're gay, then you kiss him. And my mate looks at me and he goes, yeah. And then he fully tongues me.
fully tongued.
But he just full tongues me.
I feel like you would have got away with just a peck.
That's what I'm saying.
There
was no need for that.
He's been waiting to do that for a while.
Yeah.
See, this is why this is the friends you make at boarding school, mate. This is why you're lucky you didn't go to those schools.
Fucking sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that wasn't a great experience either. And he was like, mate, you're a good kisser. I was like, that's that's so unhelpful.
How long did it go on for?
It felt like forever.
I kissed a guy at the Edinburgh Fringe while on ecstasy. Like I was chatting to this guy.
See, that's the thing. We weren't even on drugs.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Which somehow making it on ecstasy like means it's
Still straight.
Yeah. I was on pills, which is cool. And like it was at this like sort of artsy fringe thing, and it like got back to my friends, and they were just like, right, so what? Like I lost any time I've like got someone on the ropes in the group chat, they can like bring that.
Yeah.
They can like bring that up, and they're like, yeah, but there was that time you kissed, and they know the comedian's name and they say it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I have lost. I have lost. It's like when you make a spelling mistake in an argument, someone's like, shut your fit cunt. It's like exactly like that.
Well, on that one note,
I think we're trying to say love is love.
Yeah, love is love and questionable is questionable. That's right. We're back with our viewer interaction segment where we ask you a tantalizing question and you respond with your best answers. We read them out on the show and react to them. And in the week where it is all kicked off in Iran, we asked you, how would you survive World War III? So these are your most tactical answers. We'll see if any of them would actually be an effective strategy. First up, I'm leaving Britain. I'm going to reunite with the IRA. Then we nick Northern Ireland while the English are busy with Iran.
And get behind that.
Yeah,
That's true, because you can't. Everyone knows you can't fight a war on two fronts at once.
That's true.
No.
And also, does anyone in England actually want Northern Ireland?
No.
No, we're not. Just have it.
I just
Me and Rufus are going to get shot by the UDA for this podcast.
Mate, what's her name? Bloody Arlene Foster, all over me. Yeah.
Have it. Have it. Have it fucking.
Oh, well, that's settled now.
You should take Northern Ireland and then get like overly confident and try invade Russia because you want one more. You want one. It took you like 400 years to get one thing. You're like, we can take them in winter, boys. We've got a purple patch going.
Yeah. Next one. I'd force the missus to wear a suicide vest at all times.
No.
He's got his reasons. So, if there's a knock on the door, I instantly detonate. Flee to Sports Direct.
It's a TV license, man.
It's just his mum bringing some clothes around.
Just Jehovah's Witness. Absolutely Jehovah-y girlfriend there. If there's a knock on the door, I detonate the missus. I flee to Sports Direct, stock up on camping supplies, and live in the Scottish Highlands until the end.
I love the way that he's planning ahead, but he doesn't have enough foresight to go to Sports Direct first.
That's a good idea.
He still just buys one of those giant mugs. He's just stood in the queue with a giant mug.
Yeah, I suppose we'll take that Sports Direct themed deck of cards.
Yeah.
I do actually need a Sports Direct massage gun.
This is great.
Leaves with 4 tennis balls.
I'm glad I'm living in a war zone. At least I got my fucking racket. He also said that he'll take his dog with him and also put a suicide vest on his dog. So if they come and knock on his tent, the dog goes.
So who are these people how is he surviving these explosions, by the way? He's like walking out.
There's a lot of problems with this. Next one. What's the most highly prized good in a post-apocalyptic world? What do you guys think? Because I feel this might be the greatest answer we've ever had. This is the guy who's thought about this.
Water.
You'd think so, but this guy doesn't agree, and I think he's right.
Fuel.
Also a good shout, but actually it's secondhand leather, because those sci-fi survival birds absolutely love being dressed in 4 leather harnesses at the same time in a post-apocalyptic landscape. We've all seen those films. Yeah. I'd move to Epstein's Island and keep geese and monkeys that have only ever been fed tofu laced with steroids as security. I would only venture outside of my compound to resupply my army of scantily clad leather-peddling baddies. I'd live out my days sipping cocoa and ceremonial grade matcha and watch my cracked out monkeys demolish anyone who tries to get their hands on my stash of lightly used leather. I read that, I was like, that's an incredible answer.
That guy needs to start writing fucking books, man.
Very rare clap for the people at home. Next one. Surely the best place to hole up is an old people's home because they all have dementia and you can just make up any old shit all day. And one of them must be a doomsday prepper, so they'll have plenty of raisins. And it's not like you have to feed them anyway. They're basically dead as is. I've never been to an old people's home.
Oh, but yeah, I've been to a couple. No, I've don't know anyone there. I like a nice day out.
Yeah. Old people's homes, apparently they have a smell. Apparently they have a bad vibe.
My fucking missus started working in one recently, and there's a pub in it.
I thought she was a school teacher.
There's a pub.
And she worked in the nursery for a while. She does like sport work and stuff. It's got a pub and a cinema. And
That's
this
fucking sick.
I was like, I might just start coming to work with you.
Yeah.
It's got a cinema.
Yeah. It looks unreal as well.
Those people that can't even see anyway. That's like such a waste of. But pub is good.
Pub's pretty fucking sick. Yeah, they all just get like drunk all day and like start relationships with each other a lot of the time. Like,
Aren't some of the heaviest shagging you'll ever do?
Yeah.
Is it the case then that it's like, because obviously I'm not into the gilfs yet, but if I was that age, would I be into gilfs? Is that how it works? Do you get into it as you get older? Is it like cycling?
I think we're gonna be the same thing as in an old person's home. We're gonna be slightly flirty with the nurse who hates us.
Yeah.
And we're still gonna be like, still got it.
Yeah. Living in a delusional
You're going to call
world.
her like nurse scratch it.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, oh, Rufus. Yeah. And then you'll be like, yeah, still got it to the rest of the boys.
I was trouble in my prime.
I was trouble in my prime.
That was such a beautiful image of that.
Yeah. I'm never going to an old people's home though. Fuck that. I've got too much money.
Really? But that's what costs money. The old people's homes are notoriously expensive.
Are they?
Yeah.
This is a whole new world.
They're like extremely expensive.
All of my ancestors died at home. I'm not sure anyone,
Never been in one.
Yeah. Because I don't really know why. I guess if you were completely like doolally, it's probably all right to get you out of the house. Because otherwise, it's gonna be a bit annoying. I mean, around the TV.
Yeah.
I imagine like when someone dies in your family, they're all sat around the bed like arguing about the will.
Oh, 100%.
Like there's like a big fucking...
My money is too new for that to have happened yet.
Oh, really?
Like, that might be me.
Oh.
In
Yeah,
the
you and
future.
your sister's going to be duking it out.
Yeah, there's going to be... there already has been arguments over who gets what house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like feisty ones?
No, not really, but
It's...
there's going to have to be... Someone's going to have to divide it up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Who
there's an uneven number of houses, isn't there?
Yeah. 5 doesn't go into 2.
You've got a rock, paper, scissors one of the houses.
But some of them are much
Imagine
better.
the only thing I've ever rock paper scissors in my house is like a froob.
Fucking
He's doing it
froob
for
as well.
property.
Fucking froob.
What
as
a
well.
fucking
Wouldn't it
dickhead.
make sense though to like with one of the houses to just go like, why don't we rent it? I don't know why I'm giving you financial advice. Or like, we'll rent that one out and we'll just split the rent of it.
Well, it makes sense to rent all of them out and split the rent on those.
Okay, right.
So-
You see, he's already thought this through.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say that, and you were going to be like, "Hey, do you want to come into business with my family?"
We'll write you in, mate. Yeah. Next one. I would hide inside my own foreskin and use my knob cheese for sustenance.
Oh.
So that is only possible if you have been circumcised. Is this
No.
Netanyahu?
No.
I knew it was you, Netanyahu.
It's only possible if you haven't been circumcised, surely.
No, because otherwise, how are you getting in there? Whereas if you have been circumcised, you've got it. So you
Oh, right. I see what you mean. He's building like a tent out of his foreskin and living in like some sort of cave.
when I got circumcised,
You got circumcised?
yeah, in a traumatic experience in a Thai hospital in 2015. But you don't get to keep it.
That just none of that sounded consensual.
No, I didn't
You went
like.
in for a film?
I didn't.
Man, these ping pong shows have got fucking crazy. She shoots out some scissors and circumcises a guy.
I didn't like lose a bet. It was.
It was medically necessary.
It was a medical thing.
Right.
But I thought like when your tooth falls out, you keep it in a box afterwards. But I've never seen it. I don't know where it went. I sort of imagine it like a shriveled hula hoop, you know.
Yeah.
Someone's using it as like a roof on a house. It's like the curtains for someone's house now.
Oh, is that how big you think it is? I don't think you've made a very small curtain out of foreskin. Right, the last one. I would deliberately get AIDS and then corner the market on AIDS medication before secretly giving AIDS to as many people as possible. Then I'll watch them die one by one as I'm sitting around chilling on my prep.
There's a real huge sinister thing. The rest of them are being quite jovial and fun.
But this one might make the most sense.
I think
does it?
it's probably the best tactic here.
Yeah.
So so in this situation, they're fighting the war for them. They're trying to be like the last winner of the war. That's what this.
I guess this guy assumed it's basically Hunger Games.
Right, he has a book where he's like, so there's like Russia's fighting America, China's invaded Taiwan, Israel's fighting Iran, and everyone's fighting Neil for some reason. Everyone's we've also got to get this guy, and he's like, I'm gonna shag everyone to death.
Do you think it's possible to like fully plague ink it though, and just start with one guy with AIDS, and then if he goes out on an infection mission, is it possible for everyone to get it? Because like you can never get it to Greenland or Madagascar.
No, yeah, Greenland's going to be a rough one for
Greenland's
him.
tough because nobody goes there. And then it would just be you.
And it's also assuming he's raping people here, isn't he?
Yeah, that's kind of like that. Yeah, the only way to make this more palatable is he has the other chance.
Oh,
of
you
it
have
has
to be
it has
seriously
to be consensual.
He's just a real smooth talker.
But you have to be an extremely dedicated and opportunistic bum rapist for this to work. And if that's you, I wish you the best.
You just wanted it more, man. you
Like a 50-50 tackle.
What's funny is like when other shows ask people to write in, it's always the most banal, benign, extremely asinine things. But we get people like this is the things that I've decided we can keep in.
Yeah,
right. There is so much stuff where I was like, I think that's just a war crime, or like I think
a lot of
that's
those,
just pure just racism in my DMs, just straight up racism.
A lot of people have admitted to horrible things.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
there's a couple of
God.
times where like, we should report
sometimes
this.
people send in, it feels like a confession tape.
Yeah. We have on me and Jamali's show, like we have an advice section, and it started off like quite nice, where it was like, oh, but generally one of them was like, I cooked my girlfriend a curry, but I actually bought it, and now she wants me to make it all the time, right? And it was like, oh, right, well, here's what you do. It's now literally people messaging in like, I want to buy crack in Bethnal Green.
Yeah.
What should I do? And we're like, bro, we're just two guys on a podcast. We can't help you here. Like, it's just like, it's just like the things they send in. We're like, yeah, dude, get help.
Yeah.
It's the people with the girlfriends in their profile pictures that do the worst shit.
Oh my God. It's, Well, it was an anonymous link. And now Jamali's like, they're not doing it anonymously anymore. I see like a guy with his kids, like smiling.
Well, we do keep these anonymous because I respect the audience, but like I stalk the profiles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I see something really heinous, I will have a look through their personal life.
Dude, you told a story one time that was so funny about when you went on a girl's LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then she saw that
I didn't realize that LinkedIn showed you everyone who'd viewed your page.
Yeah, I had.
I wanted to see what level of. I want to see if is she in middle management?
Right.
Has she got good prospects? And then obviously she screenshots it and said, "Why are you looking at my fucking profile? We haven't even been on the first date yet."
Did you go on the date?
Yeah, it was a great date.
Yeah.
And then she moved to Stockholm, and I never saw her ever again.
That's the perfect ending.
The idea. And on that note, that's the end of the show. So thank you so much for coming on,
thank you
Elliot.
for having
if
me.
there's anything you'd like to promote, please feel free to look down your lens.
I run a show called The Still Show, which is a topical show, which is for people who watch the news, but not really every single week. Kind of like this in a way. Yeah. And I also do a podcast with the great Jamali Maddox called The Drive Time Show. So check them out. I also have a special out on YouTube. I put it out. I'm going to be releasing another one in September, but I put one out last year and it got like 150,000 views. I was very happy with it. So it was so good that I showed a stripper in Newcastle it. So
it must be good.
So
it must be brilliant.
But generally, thank you for having me, man.
No worries. It's been an absolute pleasure. Fantastic episode. As always, we'll be back again next week with more shenanigans from the Middle East, probably. it's either going to be the
Shenanigans.
Genocide. Shenanigans.
Just, antics.
More fucking tomfoolery. From
Yeah. Lollygagging, tomfoolery. Or it's going to be terrorists or Bonnie Blue. We haven't decided yet, but you'll be there for it anyway. Back to you in your house.